Hi, it's Katerina Eva here. I'm independent stamping administrator in Scotland, and today we will make this super easy card. So let's get started. To make this card you will need the crumb cake base. This is the A4 sheet of cardstock cut in half and fold, so it's the side fold card. Then you will need the piece of copper, and actually I just cheating a little bit and I cut these beautiful bees from the copper foil. So the copper foil measures 6.5 by 9 centimeters, which is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. So this is the copper, and then you will need Daffodil Delight piece, and this is from Bright family, so it's very colorful full of joy color, I can say, and it measures 6 by 8.5 centimeter, which is 2.25 by 3.25. And then you will need piece of white cardstock. This is the scrap cardstock. We will need to stamp our lavender bouquet. So this measure 2 by 4 inches or 5.5 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And if you won't have insert inside, of course you can do this. I will not do this in this video, but the insert for European size A4 should have but the insert for this card, I mean dimensions, I will put below and also on my blog. So if you want to put insert, you can find dimensions there for centimeters and inches, and also if you're using A4 size, you have instead, so it's a little bit different. For this card we will also use the scraps of paper. I'm using Turquoise. This is the new in color for 2017-2019. Emerald Envy, this is the scraps from Emerald Envy cardstock. This is also in color, but it will be retirement soon. This is the in color 2016-2018. And I'm using also Night of Navy scraps. So if you have some scraps, you can use them easily in this card. I will also add some embellishment. In this card I use the Old Olive enamel shapes, but we will see what happened in this card we will make together today. So first I want to start with my technique I'm totally obsessed with right now. So this is the technique for just attaching together some scraps, and to do that I'm using the tearing tape. So tearing tape look like this, and I just lining together. Of course you need to have scraps with the straight edge. If you don't have them, you can just cut one. And if it's difficult for you, because we can make actually the straight edge here, you can take your ruler and just place it here, so it's easier to have like the base for this. So I see this is not straight, or this side also, but you can see the idea. If you have some scraps with straight edge, you can line them together, so you know exactly where is the straight edge here. So maybe I will glue this stripe, we will see. Oh, I will stick with this. Okay, so I glue it using the tearing tape, and I have a stripe like this. And actually in this original card I'm using the triple banner punch to punch the flag or banner on the end, but you can also make it using your regular snippers. So I will show you how to use this banner punch. So I unblock it, and it doesn't really matter what dimension you have. I just eyeball it, I mean about the center. It's not big deal if I have it a little bit off, and I punch, and I have beautiful banner. So I feel if you have scraps like this, it's easier to cut with punch, but of course you can do the same thing with your snippers. So let's go back to our base. So this is the base, but first I will try some spritzing, and not maybe exactly in color I love, because I left my black marker, Stampin' Up marker somewhere, but we will try spritzing with a Wing of Stella. So let me check, is it working or not? It's definitely working, but it's only give you some. Every single demonstrator has their own technique, and some people do. I think it's more effective to just, and I will show you what it makes to your card. It gives this super delicate shimmer look, the dots, and I love it. So that's it with our spritzing. And first thing I will do is to glue our copper line or layer. So don't forget, you can use the grid to line it how you like it. Okay, so this is the first thing, and then I see I have not enough long stripes. So what in this case? Oh well, we will cut this stripe and we will attach longer one, no big deal. So you can work with all scraps you have, just try some new connection of colors. I love to just checking new colors, and it always amazes me how this Stampin' Up cardstock look beautiful together. So I will repunch the edge, and hopefully everything will be fine. Okay, so this is, now it's perfect. So I can take off the backing from my tearing tape, and I will glue, add more Tombow. Okay, so now using the grid paper, I can line it exactly where I want it. And now I can flip over the cardstock and cut the access, so everything is nice and tidy. And now is the moment to adhere our Daffodil Delight. Okay, and now it's the moment to stamp our lavender stamp. So this is the stamp from Lots of Lavender. This is the free celebration stamp set, and actually I will show you the stamp. Look like this, and I actually stamp this bouquet using the rich raspberry. So I stamp it with rich raspberry, and now I add more color to this flower. Okay, so this is Lots of Lavender, and I start with using this watercolor stamp. So this is this stamp, and we can also put another stamp, so we will need to color this stamp. So these 2 leaves, these 4 leaves, and this end of the bunch, and the bow. Okay, so we can start with this watercolor stamp. I'm using block D, and this is Daffodil Delight. So basically you need to stamp it up to see exactly where you are stamping. So this is the first, and I will add the second stamp on the same or almost the same. You don't need to be like the same spot, because it's watercolor stamp, so it's okay to not be precise about the place. Okay, so next thing is leaves, and for leaves we will use the old olive. I will use the same block to speed the process a little bit. So this is the old olive, 2 leaves on this side, and also end of the bouquet here. Okay, so I will probably leave the bow as it is, because it looks nice and tidy, and I don't want to have more colors here. So now is the time to fuzzy cut this bunch using the scissors. Okay, so I fuzzy cut the lavender, which I used with Daffodil Delight, old olive, and it's looked more like Easter or spring, some kind of yellow flowers. I don't even know what could it be. So now I will use the mini dimensionals. This is the smallest dimensionals we have this year in catalog. So they are perfect because you can put them even on the ends, and and you have more than 700 these dimensionals in one pack, so you can be generous with them. Oh, I just take the potting without my... Okay, and last one here, I think. So I'm just using the piercing tool to take over the backings from my dimensionals, and I can glue the bouquet here, and the cards are almost ready. Let me check the embellishment. Maybe we'll add the gems here. So I will use my piercing tool to add some more. Okay, and I will probably add one more of this smallest one in center of my bow. Okay, so this is the finished card, and you can find all dimensionals on my blog. Thank you for spending few moments with me today and crafting with me. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe and support my work. It's very important for me, and I appreciate your support. And all dimensions in centimeters, inches, and also for A4 size in states you can find on my blog post, and the link to the blog post in description below. If you are interested to get the Stampin' Up! Catalog, or you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment below, or contact me directly by my Facebook page or my blog. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow. Bye!